right, man, let's talk about the Brooklyn Nets. All right, man. A lot of people wondering when that Kyrie deal gonna happen. I felt like the Lakers probably put it off. Maybe they're trying to work something out. But also, they kind of put off that Buddy Hield trade, all right? Miles Turner trade. They wasn't willing to part with the first round picks. Then a couple weeks later, they said they was willing to part with the first round picks for Russell Westbrook. And now the Brooklyn Nets are saying they going around saying that they want a proven player and they really don't care about the future assets. You think about it, you get their first round picks and Kyrie is a success there. LeBron still playing at the level he playing at. The pick gonna be worth nothing. No way. It ain't gonna be worth what it was last year. So let's talk about it. Check out the NBA Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance of notifications. We go live or drop a video. So I feel them, but it just seemed like they continue to change the narrative, and I think they trying to convince Kevin Durant to stay. And that's what I think it is. Until KD move, I won't believe Kyrie gonna be moved. You know, right now on paper, they got a good team. They just don't got nobody in the middle right now. You know, but they're a good team on paper. And it's like they just continue to change the narrative. And they asked for a ton for Kevin Durant. He'll be 34 years old. Don't care what he averaged last year. He ain't played 55 games since leaving Golden State. So why you paying for somebody that's old and broke down? Honestly, I'm not gonna overpay for him. Like, you talking about Tatum and Brown, like, y'all smoking crack. That's crazy. And now they want to play hardball with Kyrie Irving and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And Philadelphia played hardball with Ben Simmons and still end up having to trade Ben Simmons and pay Ben Simmons the money that they took from him last year. So, come on. I think everything pretty much hinging on Kevin Durant. You know, and if I was them, maybe you try to put something together for Donovan Mitchell and Kyrie. See if that keep Kevin Durant happy. But I ain't heard nothing on a Durant tip for real. And then the NBA season starting earlier. Now I remember you started like around Halloween, the last week of the year, and now it's starting like earlier because the players was complaining about 82 games, complaining too much about back-to-backs and stuff of that nature. You got to understand, they don't do nothing. They don't practice every day. They got a lot of free time on their hands. You know what I'm saying? And they just be complaining. They just act like a bunch of, let me be quiet because people take words, literally. But they just complain too much about that. Dr. J and, them, they used to take buses from Wilt Chamberlain. They used to take charter buses from state to state. Buses, bro. The Pistons was the first team to have a private jet. Or they probably was at one point also taking domestic flights. You get on the flight, you could be on this flight with the 76ers, the Lakers or some shit like that. So the league has came a long way, but back to Kyrie, it's Kyrie. He want to stay in the area, and all this is speculation. I think they gonna stand pat, and if they do trade Kevin Durant, your attention gonna be on football, on your kids going back to school, or them needing stuff for sports and they sport and all that. It's gonna sidetrack everybody out of nowhere. That's what's gonna happen if it does happen. And Kevin Durant never came out and denied that he asked for Steve Nash and Sean Marks to be fired. Then when that came out, before that, people were saying KD and Kyrie hated Steve Nash and Sean Marks. Then Kyrie come out and say, I don't hate them. But then again, you holding a second practice after them. And you the reason that it's a problem. It's not that Sean Marks is bad at being a GM. It might be that Steve Nash ain't the best coach. But what really hurting it was you holding second practices. You being injured, you trying to hold up the bubble, and you didn't want to get the jab and all that type of stuff. That's what held most of all that shit up. That's what held it up. As you came in and played to be durable, don't like he do these NBA players don't lift weights no more, and that's a huge problem. Why do you think all these dudes, legs and arms and shit blowing out? They do resistant bands. That shit ain't. You got to put muscle on. You see, Michael Jordan had to eventually put muscle on. LeBron put muscle on, especially when he was younger. You got to be able to take them blows. That's why he's so durable too. And mixed in with a lot of great genetics. Allen Iverson got away with it, but he was tough. You got to live. And these dudes ain't lifting. You can tell, look at them and wonder why they injured and their legs and shit blowing out and all that type of stuff. It ain't no mystery. But, known commodity, what caliber of known commodity? Because he only got 1 year left and he a nut job. So what are we talking about? Are we talking about a young star? I'm just throwing out hypotheticals, not true. Maybe college second trade, maybe, somebody like Tyrese Haliburton, not Tyrese, or are we talking about De'Aaron Fox? Are we talking about Paul George's caliber? Now what are we talking about? That's the question. What caliber of player are you talking about? Young guys like Jalen Suggs caliber. So are we talking about like Fred VanVleet caliber? Obviously he ain't got the jab, so that ain't gonna happen. RJ Barrett. So what are we talking about? Serviceable, solid. I think they were talking about maybe young rising star. So then he got to be committed to play there. So that's the messed up thing about it. If I'm Milwaukee, I'd probably try to put something together, dude, to be honest. You got 3 good defenders around, 4 with Brook Lopez. If I'm Milwaukee, I try to put a play together. Real talk. Real talk. I got a nice rising stud in Marshawn Bonechep. Love his game. He gonna be good in this league, if not great. But shit, if I'm them, I'll be trying to put some plays together for Kyrie. Sure would. Kyrie, Holiday, Middleton, Giannis, Brook Lopez, they would be the favorites by far. I know, Milwaukee ain't the best place for brother Kyrie. You can catch my drift, but we'll see what they talking about. But I think this hinge on Kevin Durant getting moved or not getting moved. So that's dictating a lot. You hear the Knicks in talks to get Mitchell. You see how that ride out and all how that go. But yeah, I don't know what caliber they talking about. But hey, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And the subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live and drop a video. Financially, you want to support the channel, Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo, CJGood313, PayPal link in description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, much more. Appreciate the love and support. One time for the one time. Peace.